bear with me while I put this together. I can never figure out. I guess it just slides in. So there we go. It locks in place. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. So cool. 12 by 12 framed picture. So this is what I'm giving away. Is one lucky member today here is going to receive this 12 by 12 frame picture from the back box art of the original Sunman card art. And let me go ahead and see who is joining us. And me, view channel. There it is live. All right, so if you're here, go and sign up. Hey, Delaxorian, thanks for joining us. Now, if you are a member, you are up for potentially winning this. So I'll wait till the end, and the members will all pick a random number, and then we'll roll a dice live here. And if you want, you can hurry and become a member and be part of this contest. If not, I also have a link to this graphic, and you can get your own printed. I got mine printed at Shutterfly. Just got it in the mail today. It came out really cool. It didn't fit. You'll notice the graphic. Hey, Charles. The graphic had a yellow and red border around it. I had to cut it off to make it fit inside the frame. So when you get yours printed at Shutterfly, just cut off the border all the way to the yellow, and it will fit perfectly in a 12 by 12 frame. So for those that are joining me, again, members, the people that are in green, so Charles and Lewis, you guys will have a chance to win this actual one here, right here in my hand. And I'll just set this over here, and we'll see how many members join us. So you can tell the members, because they're the ones that are in green when they're in the chat. All right, so Duplico. Now, before we open Duplico, as you guys know, I was a Sunman fan a long time ago, but I only owned one figure. But I love the storyline of the mom who was making the toy for her son because he did not look like He-Man, which I think is so cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the other figures in the line. Here we got a guy here. Got a guy here. Now, I wasn't planning on keeping all these guys. It's just it ended up being so weird that I wanted to get the 3-pack, the final 3-pack, because it was really cheap, and I thought it'd be great for customizing parts. And I had a bunch of these guys in a pile to be shipped off on an eBay sale eventually someday, and I just never got around to sticking them on eBay. And then pretty soon I started thinking, I wonder if I have all of them. And I had all but Duplico. And so I went out and I decided to see how much Duplico was, being since I saved all that money buying that 3-pack, I went and got them. Now, I spent $45 on them. And I just checked eBay a few minutes ago, and I put a link in the description, and you can actually buy them now for 40 bucks. Now you're like, 40 bucks? That's twice the price of what he's worth, Hebro. Yes, it is. If you buy a 3-pack cheap, then it kind of offsets the cost. So now I have every single Sunman figure character made. What I don't have is I don't have the one, what is his name? Space Sumo that came as an individual package. So I might go pick that back up just because. So I can say that I actually bought all the ones Mattel created. Because I bought the 3-pack that included him and the single pack that included him. I have the special edition version, which is a repackable with shiny armor for Sunman. So I now have everybody on the original, even some crazy custom ones that I kind of had fun doing. It's Sunman. Look at this guy. This guy's like so cool. I know he doesn't have a name. He has a name. It's, what is that? Kikto, expert kickboxer. Well, Kikto's real name is Jay Kennedy. There he is. A good friend of mine is named Jay Kennedy, and he looked a lot like this guy. So he gets to be my Jay Kennedy, named after my good friend. Actually, I've not seen Jay in years. It has been, man, like 25 years since I've seen Jay. All right, and there they all are. Every single Sunman figure out there. I'm not going to go through and name all the names because we've already done that in a while. But if you are a member, make sure you sound off so I see who's here. So far, it's Charles and Lewis. So you guys, right now at this moment, you have a 50-50 chance of winning this framed picture. Now, if you're in the United States or have a U.S. address, the shipping will be free. I'll just pay for it. But if you're outside the U.S., unfortunately, you will be stuck if you win paying shipping. So I want to apologize for that ahead of time. Anyway, let's get all these guys out of the way. It's so funny. I did not even notice that some of these guys are the same guy. Like, I did not realize that these two actually have the same head. That's just so funny. They look so different to me, especially with the yellow on there, that it's actually the same head. That is hilarious. And then we have the two flat top guys, and their eyes are painted different, and their skin tone's different, but they are the same guy. Oh yeah, you got to do this. This is fun. You got to stack this guy up, Yoop, just like that. And then once you get him stacked just right, you have to do the head balancing. Dun 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 dun. Come on, Jay. You can stay up there. So close. Ho! And the crowd went wild. Anyway, I don't have any sound effect for it. And being this is live, I don't have the... Oh, wrong helmet, wrong guy. Which is funny, look, they got the helmet, right? But if you take a look at the original card back art, it was just a mask, not an over-the-head helmet. As you can see there, it was just a mask. And you can see I've done a lot of work on this. I have cleaned it up a ton. So if you guys want to download that JPEG file, the link's in the description and it's free. So I just added it to my masterclass files. So let's get these guys out of the way. Hey, Ronald, thanks for joining us. Joey, thanks for being here. Solar, thanks for being here. Yes, the price did go down. I couldn't believe it. People were paying like over $200 for a while there for Duplico. It was crazy. And so I didn't think I was going to actually be able to get it for a long time. And that's why I got discouraged. I was like, I can't have them all. If I'm going to have this back, 10 back, not have all 10 figures, I don't want any. I'm just done. And I thought, well, I'll keep Sunman. Well, I'll keep this guy too. And pretty soon I had a few kept. But now I was able to buy my guy, like I said, for $45. And there's a link in the description that has a couple for sale right now. Not from me, from somebody else for $40. So, all right. So if you are a member, make sure you say hi so I can see who's on here. So far we have Charles and Lewis are the two members. So they're the two that have a chance to win that framed picture. All right, let's go and take a look at this guy. On the back, you can see he has a cool gun that fits on his belt, and it has some kind of connector piece to it too. Kind of cool. And on the top, it shows him fighting Snake Armor Skeletor and also Pighead. Pighead. Now, Pighead is the one bad guy from Sunman, which is kind of messed up. You think about it. You have 9 good guys, and you have 1 evil guy. And all the 9 good guys all have the exact same body, the original style. They all have the same boots and bracers on their wrists, the same loincloth. But the one bad guy, he's got a different bracers and different boots. So it's kind of funny that they all have the same body except for the one guy. You'd think they would have used this body a couple more times besides just the one baddie. But I like that when Mattel made theirs. Let me go ahead and bring these all back up. I got them in my case here. They did the same thing. Now, they didn't have to, but in Origins, they gave us all these. You can see the embossed star in there from Sunman on the boots. And they actually have the exact same bodies, which is kind of fun, because it's a throwback to the way that they were originally made. Now, yes, they could have done it better. They could have, revamped the whole entire Sunline line and made them, more current. But I love the fact that they decided to leave them just as they were originally when we first saw them back in the 80s and 90s. All right, let's go and get this guy open. Let's see. Matthew says, I fixed my original Scare Glow from my childhood using your video on fixing legs. Nice. Well, I'm glad I could help you. That is really cool. Duplo had his own 3-pack. Yes, that would have been so cool if they would have had Duplico with multiple versions of him. Because you think about it, technically he's an army builder. Army builder Duplico. Actually, it sounds like the baby Lego. That's funny. The Duplo. Okay, let's get him out of here. We first have our little sheet here that tells us what can be taken apart on him. Looks like he's pretty standard. His head, his arms, his feet, his waist. And he actually has a... Oh, look at that. It shows him duplicating, which is why you need 20 of these. I wonder how many he can make total. In the front here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to buy 7 duplicos if you want to actually do it upright. As you guys know, 7 is infinity for me. It must show how he got his power or something, huh? Who are you? I am the distant star. Great gifts, but I'm dying. Let's see. Bestow the ability to replicate yourself across any distance. Henceforth, you are now Duplico, the heroic duplicator. How can I ever repay you? Use your powers for evil. That's not what it says. Use your powers for good. That will be the ultimate display of gratitude. Interesting. So, if he can duplicate himself over time and space, I mean, that's pretty powerful. Now, I don't know if you guys watch Amazon Prime at all. They had this one character that could duplicate herself, and it was really a weird ending that she had. But anyway, strange. And of course, he's friends with He-Man. There is the heroic handshake. All right. So, we have one. Oh, are you kidding me? It's only a string? I thought it'd be some kind of cool rubbery plastic thing. Oh, well, that's okay. I can handle just a string. Just in the picture, it looked like it was some cool rubbery thingamajiggy bob. Too bad the gun wasn't for like a duplicator to duplicate other things that he shot at. Pachoo! Somehow transferred his power to duplicate a giant sandwich or a hamburger. I shall duplicate hamburgers for all the heroic warriors. So tell me, if it was a duplicated hamburger, would the duplicate hamburger be considered vegan since it didn't really harm any animals in the making of it? Interesting question. I'll have to ask my youngest. He's a vegetarian. Actually, I did ask him something the time before. Science is now being able to duplicate cells of animals for potential food purposes. Like, again, the movie The Thing, human or protein that could be produced separately. And I don't know. Are vegans allowed to eat that at that point? Because it's not actually harming any animals. So, interesting. Anyway, so here he is. Let's go and talk about articulation. He has ankle articulation. His boot cut rotates. He's got knee joints. He has hip joints. His waist turns right here. He has some really cool armor, which I really like. He has shoulder movement. Elbow's frozen. I'll have to fix that later on. It's like it's frozen right inside this joint right here, so I'll have to heat that up and move it. Wrist movement here. Shoulder, of course, frozen. And this elbow moves a little bit. And then, of course, his wrist moves here. Back and forth on this side, back and forth on this side, and his head moves. And there you go. And that is it. Let's go and compare him next to a standard Origins He-Man. Now, I just fixed this He-Man today. As you guys saw in the video yesterday, his head was like super wobbly. So I just took and put one small drop of super glue right in here. We're talking the smallest drop you possibly can. I moved it around and moved it around and moved it around. And at first it got looser because it lubricated it. But then it started to get a little rougher and harder to move. And pretty soon it worked just right. Then his head was still wobbly. So I put one dab of poster putty in there. And then just shoved it on there until the poster putty squished all around. And now it made his head nice and solid. So it stays. It doesn't shake around. So, all right. Look at the hair color difference. So weird. He-Man is a little more jaundicey looking. I do like the flesh tone of him a little better. And there we go. You know what's so cool about Y'all East's different figures is the skin tones are so different from one character to the next. It's cool. I love it. So like even amongst the characters that are both black, even different skin tones. And I think that is so cool. So you can, and look at this guy. Look how white he is. It's just so cool how they have different different skin tones. Now, it stinks for customizing because now you can't do a lot of customizing because trying to match these skin tones would be a pain in the rear. But as far as trying to find another figure, I mean, look, even here, actually, I like his tone better than his tone. It's just crazy. All the different... It's funny, too. My friend Jay was about this dark as well, so this is my friend Jay Kennedy. I gotta find that guy again. I gotta look him up. Wonder how hard it'll be to find him. I'll be thinking about him forever. Anyway, let's go ahead and see who's here. So if you are a member, sign off now. Don't sign off, but say hello. And I already assigned you guys some numbers by the order you showed up and said something. It's a headache to mix and match. So Charles is number 1. Charles, you are number 1. Lewis, you are number 2. I think that's all we have. I think it's just Charles and Lewis. Wish I had a 2-sided dice, but I don't. All right. Look at this cool dice I made. The different things you can hit. Depends, so you know which part of the body you hit. Let's see. I got 8-sided dice here. I got a color dice here, yellow, blue, and red. See, I should roll the 100-sided dice and just keep rolling until we get a 1 or 2. We'll be here forever. That'd be a long video. Just keep rolling and rolling. We won't do that, though. We will use the 4-sided dice. Bump, 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 bump. And if it's a 3 or a 4, it's a re-roll. Let me just double check. Charles, you are 1. Luis, you are 2. And last chance. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Here's the first roll. Now, the way this dice works is when it hits the ground, the number shown on the bottom is the number that was rolled. So we're looking for either a 1 or a 2 along the bottom. If it's a 3 or a 4, then we will re-roll. Here is the first roll. And let's see. Again, Charles is 1. Luis is 2nd. Number 2. Here's the first roll. Here we go. Here we go. And it is a 3. Bum, bum, bum. No winners yet. Here we go. Here we go. It's a 1. Charles, you won. Hey, Luis, you know what? I actually made 2 of these. I'm going to send you one too. You guys both won. You guys are both winners. Hooray. So contact me on Facebook. Send me your address, and I will send one out to both of you. So that way you guys can each have one. And hooray to the 2 winners, Charles and Luis. And thank you for being members as well. And that is it. You guys both will get a framed copy from the original card back, from my original card back that I scanned in and cleaned up and framed in this nice glass frame. You guys are the 2 winners. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And that's all I have. And now I have the full set. I'm really tempted just to take and put this guy in different poses and just scan him in and just print some clear blue resin copies of him. It's like pretend like he's duplicating himself. That might be kind of cool. Just make sure he's got a good stance so he won't fall over very easily. I might do that and print a bunch of extras that, of course, they won't be mobile. They'll just be a solid chunk. A solid blue chunk. That might be kind of cool. All right, for the rest of you guys, members get rewarded. So if you want to become a member and later on win either a contest or get some freebies or get access to some videos before they're released, feel free to join up. And Charles and Luis, thank you guys both for joining me. It's a bummer that Mike wasn't here. Anyway, but I only had 2, so one of you guys would have lost if Mike was here. So, all right. And I will see you guys next video. And please feel free to share the videos. It always helps the channel out. And for the rest of you, you can download this right now. The PDF is, not PDF, the JPEG is in the description. It's a nice, high resolution. Just take it to Shutterfly, have them print it 12 by 12, and you can have your own copy as well. Then the frames, pick them up at, you know, I don't know. I think I got my frame at Walmart, I think, for a few bucks. So there you go. So everybody can have one if they want. All right. Good journey, you guys. Bye now. Let me check the final comments. On live, y'all indicated butterfly. Oh, wow. That would be cool if they got Butterfly Woman. Yes, all the Sunmen have the same body, just different heads, except for the bad guy in the middle. He's got a different body, and that's the way she designed him originally, so I'm glad they stuck with that same format. All right, good journey, you guys.